a SIP trunking provider. We've been around for around 14 years. Started off as a wholesale provider to the who's who, all of the tier 1 providers doing SIP interconnects. About 3 or 4 years ago, we decided to get into the enterprise space and leverage the expertise we built in the wholesale markets. So we started to make that shift. As part of that shift in 2013, we sold off our wholesale business and are solely focused on enterprise customers, bringing SIP trunking to market with them. We're certified with all of the major manufacturers out there: Cisco, Avaya, Microsoft, ShoreTel, Mitel. Think of a name. If we don't have it, we can certify it. So we've got a pretty extensive offering from SIP trunking perspective, with redundancy capabilities, different pricing models that can fit different business needs. So it's a pretty comprehensive solution. Derek usually tells a story or a case study that he did specifically. I've got a couple others that I'll lace in there. But one of the benefits that we have is that we can deliver SIP trunking either over the top or over a dedicated connection. So we run into a lot of situations sometimes with customers coming to us going, this SIP trunking provider is not working out for us. We're connecting over the public internet. What can you do and what can you do fast? So we find ourselves not necessarily in the best position because we don't want to turn things too quickly because it could result in errors and problems with the customer, and the experience might not be better. But we've had some pretty good success. So the one that he talks about is, I think, a 2,000 call path contact center customer that needed to be up within 7 days, and we were able to accomplish that and get them up and running in time for some election type traffic that they were generating. We're in the process of deploying in 850 plus retail location SIP trunking opportunity. They're actually using another provider for their MPLS network and managed routers, but we're providing the SIP trunking via 2 interconnects into the MPLS network. So we're able to service all of those locations by connecting them, their MPLS, to our network. It'll be probably a slow deployment, but we're just getting that rolling, and they're using AdTran devices at each of those locations as an IAD to take in the SIP trunk and hand off hotspots essentially to the store locations. Another one that we just did is a healthcare sign-up company. They do benefit sign-up and things of that nature. They came to us because they were having problems with their primary provider. We installed a dedicated connection, a single one. That's all they wanted. They didn't want to spend any more, and they were going to use us as an alternate provider. Got the circuit in, had some challenges with the circuit, and we pulled back a little bit on the implementation. We went out there with our CTO and some of our IP engineering folks and proposed a new solution, a redundant solution that included 2 dedicated connections to us, the use of BGP routing for failover, and some other capabilities. We just recently got them up and running. They're starting to ramp their traffic. One of the interesting things about this configuration that I didn't know was possible, our IP engineers were able to fine-tune BGP, tighten the timers, as well as use another routing capability to allow the customer to fail over in the event of an issue on those circuits and not drop the call.
So same call failover?
Same call. So the call sets up over this circuit, that circuit gets cut, the call will fail over to the other circuit without dropping the call.
So what is your typical pricing model? Do you have a all-you-can-eat trunk session model, or do you do minutes? How do you price?
We have 3 different options right now, a 4th coming soon that puts us more at parity with how the other providers price it, just to give an apples to apples comparison. So the 2 bundled options that we have are the user bundle, which is based on the user or the DID. So for each DID, it's $7.50 for everything. You get inbound, outbound, E911, caller ID, all of the feature functionality for that DID for $7.50 per DID. And you can have up to a 1-to-1 call path to DID ratio on that one. We've got also another one that's more for upmarket, larger enterprise. It's a 10-to-1 call path, 10 DIDs to 1 call path. Again, unlimited usage. with the CNAM, caller ID, E911 included. That one's $34, or just under $34 at a rack rate perspective.
What's the third one?
And then the third one is straight usage-based, which is a little different than other folks' usage-based. There are no confirmed call charges, but we bill for every minute of use. So the big difference there is inbound to DID usage, which enterprise customers usually aren't aware of. They don't pay for today. So
You're billing for
it tends to be more towards a large contact center type of customer or something to that effect for the usage model. Again, because that inbound DID is not familiar with enterprise customers, so they don't even know how to
They think they get that for free, but there's a cost somewhere.
There is a cost,
Yeah.
but they also don't have a gauge of how many minutes they have for that type of usage to be able to do a comparison. So that one tends to be, again, for a larger wholesale-ish type of play. And then we're coming out with a call path solution, which is more like the other providers do, where it's X amount of dollars for the call path, you get inbound local, outbound local included, and then you pay for everything else all apart for long distance delivery.
Our minute rates typically on the third one.
On the third one,
Yeah.
it depends on the size of the customer. I mean, on outbound, we can get down as low as 007.
1.007?
Yeah. So we can get pretty aggressive.
In today's market, what percentage is your SIP trunk being provided over the top versus the dedicated you talked about?
For us, we just started providing dedicated connections 6 months to a year ago. So we've still got about 90 to 95% of our customers coming to us over the public internet.
Do you provide any service up front to the customer, an app or anything that they can put on their network to check whether their network and latency is going to theoretically work over the top?
Coming soon. So we're currently looking at a couple of different options that are both for that initial evaluation, but also ongoing troubleshooting. So there are a couple of options out there that can see where a call has had an issue on a network or where congestion's occurring by putting either a probe or a software-based monitoring system into the customer's environment. So we're looking at a bunch of options.
Do you have SMS yet on your numbers to be able to do texting from the main office number or from a DID?
Not on the Intelepeer platform. We did also just buy the contact center company, Admintone. I believe they have SMS. It literally happened a week ago, so I don't have all the details, but they're a cloud contact center option.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome job. You got it all in.